Be powerful. Be you. Have impact. Forgive yourself. This is what this session is all about.
This is what I sing when I'm walking down the street. I've got the power, she's got the power, we've got the power, yes. Be feisty, be focused, be fearless, have fun. Pegine, power, Pegine, power.
To be powerful, to have impact, and to be you requires you to first make sure that you are forgiving yourself. It is one of the most courageous acts that you can do to transform yourself, to be the leader that you want to be able to be the person, the parent that you want to be, and the friend that you want to be. But it starts with you forgiving yourself. And one of the reasons why this is so important is that we tend to put ourselves on the back burner. We tend to forgive everybody else easily. We even bump when people in the street and we say, I'm sorry, or forgive me, or things like that. But the truth of the matter is, it takes a lot of courage and a lot of vulnerability for you to stop, think, and forgive yourself. We live in our bodies every day. We live in our minds every day. And you know that there are times that how we speak to ourselves, how we talk to ourselves really is not in our highest and best interest. So I want to be able to talk to you about forgiving yourself and why it's important and what you can do to make sure that happens. First, know that when you don't forgive yourself, you're putting major stress on yourself. Forgiveness gives you stress release. Forgiveness gives you the chance to really kind of let the steam go, stop all the badgering, stop all the stress and tension. When you make a mistake or when something happens and you begin to assault yourself, your stress level, your nervous system begins to react, begins to feel like all these things shooting off, and it's not a positive experience. There's no joy in it. There's no glee in it. It just feels like heavy duty pressure being placed on you that you are doing it to you. So it's really important that you start to forgive yourself. Like, so if you do something that you regret, you might feel sad, but you might also start beat up on yourself. And that means that you're applying some emotion, some past hurt onto that experience, and you're actually letting yourself know that you're having a limiting belief. So let's say you stub your toe and it really hurts and you scream, oh, you're so stupid, I'm so dumb, and all that comes out. Your stressors start going in, nervous system starts going in, and you are revealing a limiting belief, because when you call yourself a name, when you say you're stupid or when you say you're dumb, you're really creating and tying into that a high emotional belief system that's being seared into your memory and seared into your heart, because it's high emotion, and then an affirmation that's just searing and not positive at all and not helpful. But that connects to your system of beliefs. So you want to make sure you start forgiving yourself, even in that situation. You immediately stop. You know, you're crying, you're hit your toe, it hurts, and you stop and you say, I forgive you, Pegine. I am so sorry that you're hurt. Let me soothe you. Let me love you. Let me take care of you, which is what you would want somebody else to say to you, but it's time for you to say it to yourself. And then you have to look at the limiting belief that popped into your head at that moment and really identify it for what it is. It's limiting and holding you back. It's not your truth, which is why the emotions even get more riled up, because your insides know that's not true. You're awesome. You're great. You're smart. You're amazing. You're not stupid. And you want to generate some of that good juice inside of you, so that you're not continually putting this record of this limiting belief that's holding you back. Some layers of emotion that are saying, you know, you never do things well enough, you can't generate enough money, you're not making money. And that is a huge stressor on your body. That's making your nervous system go tilting, bing, 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 bing. This is bad. This is bad. You have to stop and forgive yourself. So I want you to stop that, because I know that if it was your friend or if it was a family member, you would never treat them like you treat yourself when you've made that kind of mistake. So let's make sure that you are not stressing your nervous system, that you're actually staying very focused and making sure that you are forgiving yourself. Letting go of your past. Letting go of your past is so critically, and it's really not just letting go of your past, it's letting go of the story you're telling of the past. Your story that you've been telling all this time about your past, and attaching with that story emotions that make you feel even bad about telling the story of your past that you keep on telling. And so you have to start forgiving yourself about retelling the story. Why are you making yourself bad all the time by telling that story over and over and over again? You're the one that's doing it to you. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. You didn't know. Now you know. So you're not going to tell that story. You're not going to relieve that hurt anymore. As a matter of fact, you're going to be forgiving yourself and then forgiving that whole situation. And you're in that forgiveness. You're going to see yourself as the champion, as the victor, the one who actually overcame things, who actually made some huge shifts and changes in your life, that actually you took and forged ahead and made a difference in your life by not telling the story anymore, by overcoming that. And that's what you really want to be talking about, is how am I overcoming all of this? So you have to start with forgiving yourself from telling the story over and over again. Stop telling the story. Now start loving yourself, but forgive yourself first. It's like when you've been at a Thanksgiving dinner and somebody's telling the same story over and over and over and over again, and then they realize and they go, did I tell this story? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, forgive me. Of course you're forgiving him. You're so happy that they stopped telling the story over. So forgive yourself for doing the same thing and let it go. Let your past go. Just see who you've become. Be joyous for who you are. Celebrate the achievements that you have already made, which is amazing. Then I want you to do number 3, which is loving yourself with power. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful things that you can do. You have to recognize something. You can, and I have cut away people, significant people in my life who no longer are part of my world, because I know what I want my world to be. And so I've been able to release and let those people go. And that's perfectly fine. They're happy doing their thing. I'm happy doing my thing. It's awesome. The thing about it is, you can't cut yourself out of your life. You can't walk away from you. You can't divorce you. You're you. You're carrying you in every single way, in every possible way that you could ever imagine. You're always with you, 24/7, 365 days a year. You are with you. So it's time to forgive yourself, and it's time to fall in love with yourself. It's time to celebrate yourself. It's time to see how awesome you are, how amazing you are, how exciting you are. It's time for you to forgive yourself for what you think you couldn't do. It's time to forgive yourself for what you thought of yourself. It's time to forgive yourself to be able to say, I am perfect exactly as I am. I'm awesome exactly as I am. And if I have a mistake, I know it's not about beating myself up. It's a mistake, and I can forgive myself for making a mistake, because guess what? I'm human, and so are you. So please be powerful, be you, have impact, forgive yourself. Take the time and forgive yourself today.
This is what I sing when I'm walking down the street. I've got the power, she's got the power, we've got the power, yes. Be feisty, be focused,